Hi, I'm Dave Warsaw,
I'm Adam Nelson.
and you're watching PHTV4. This is Palos Stories Then and Now, and today we are going to take a look at the history of the Palos Heights Library.
Dave, all right, I have to say it. We're in front of a pizza place and some shops. There's no books.
No
books
book.
at all.
You're right, it's not here. However, February 28th, 1944, the first library board has a meeting to open a library. And Walter Ward had a home at 12211. He opened up his home office to the library on July 9th, 1944. So at the end of the war, but July 9th, Palos Heights gets his first kind of dedicated space, even though it's in a private home, 1,600 volumes.
Okay.
That would be the first Palos Heights library.
Yeah.
But the first.
So after this, they moved to that big library, or is there some steps in between?
All right. Yes, we do have a beautiful new library now, but yeah, it didn't get there in 1944 or immediately after that. You want to take a look at the next step?
Let's take a look at the next step.
Let's go check it out. You got a beautiful location here, don't
you? But Dave, same thing. Some cars, some houses, but no library.
100% residential now, right? Yes, but oddly enough, probably on that angle behind us, we know midway between 121st and 122nd Street on 71st Avenue, Palos Heights had a community center.
Okay, so now here's my next question. So they just plop a community center in here, house right next door, house behind it, houses all over, or how's that go?
Another excellent question. So Palos Heights in the 30s and 40s is a lot of open land actually. It's some housing, some land is being developed, some, but this area, most of both sides of Harlem Avenue, scattering of homes, mostly vacant land. So the community center that's sitting over there is actually not much around it. I mean, it had a lot of space. And so they open up space to the library in October 20th, 1945. They relocate from the Walter Ward home. They take their collection, they move it to the community center here. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're going to stay there until January, actually, of 1947. In the space, it is a true community center. Eventually, it'll become a church. But, it has a lot going on. And they decide maybe we need a more dedicated space, and they move.
So there's another location we have to go to as well.
There is another location, and it's still not the library. You ready for the third location?
Let's check it out, Dave.
All right, let's take a look at the third location.
So, Dave, we're still not there. This is not the library. Why are we here now?
I know. Palos Heights Fire Department.
Yeah, why are we here?
All right, we're getting closer, though. We're getting really close. So they move into a space that they end up sharing the building space with the Palos Heights Fire Department at the time, January 1947. And then they're going to be here for a while. And this isn't the exact location because even the structure behind us is an addition, but it was off the corner of the fire department here. They'll eventually grow to 3,000 volumes. They start with 1,600 and they grow to 3,000. And so what happens in 1960, they go to the, Palos Heights had just been incorporated in 1959. And so some community members went to the city in 1960 and they said, can we have a dedicated municipal library now?
Yeah.
And so that was the next step.
So how do they go from sharing this with a lot of different organizations to getting their own place,
Yeah, excellent question, because when they were here, they did share with the fire department and the police department for a while, and there was a municipal court here for a while. And so because of the need, and the library's growing, now they're up to 9,000 volumes, and Palos Heights is incorporated, more homes are being developed, they realize we need a building.
We need some more
land. So we need more land, which is exactly what they did. In 1962, land was purchased that would build a dedicated library.
Brand new library. So clearly this land was not purchased. So where was this land purchased at?
Here we go. We're headed to the final location.
All right, perfect. All right, Dave, I'm not an architect, but I can tell you right now this building is not from the 60s.
Excellent observation. It is not from the 60s. No, this building is much more recent than that, but we are on the location. All right, so this is the land they bought, and in 1972, they'll actually have an open house event in September of that year, a big event. But even that was a growing thing. I mean, over that time period, they had, the women's organization, they had fundraisers. They still had to kind of pull together volumes, and you know, they had a dance. I timed up with Valentine's Day, but kind of like
Yeah.
the fire department having their firemen
their
as
dan-
well.
yeah.
The library had it was a big social event. Still trying to raise money, still trying to expand their collection.
Yeah, for sure. So it seems like there's a lot of moving pieces. So are these workers being paid, or is it still like volunteering at this point?
And that's another great question, because if you're talking about a little corner office in the mid 40s
Yeah.
and 1,600 books, you know, yeah, maybe, and they were at that time, they were only open like 3 times a week, a couple hours at a
Yeah.
time, and they were all volunteers, and everything was privately donated. Now they generate a budget, and now you finally get paid staff.
yeah.
So in 1972, yeah, it's fully, you know, they're full go. And so they open it on this location, but this is not the library. I mean, in 1986, in the
Yeah.
fall of that year, there'll be a referendum. They do another major renovation and, you know, expansion. And in 2003, another referendum goes through, and that
Now we have the building
this
that.
building.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, they had the little office, 1,600 volumes, fire department location, 9,000 volumes, and then we land here.
So they had 9,000 volumes there. That would just be like a corner here, right? Like
Right.
how many do they have now?
Right. If you had the little
Like,
part there would be
yeah.
9. What about the rest of the building? Actually, today, as of the summer of 2025, they have over physical volumes that you can check out. So this would include books or you know, movies or music.
They even do cameras, right?
Yeah, they
I've
have all
seen-
kinds
yeah.
of. So any physical thing you can check out, they're actually over 60,000 now. I think there might be over 62,000.
Oh wow, yeah.
And that doesn't include, they're connected to the Salon library system, so you can check out something here that maybe actually comes from an
Another-
adjacent
yeah.
library. But in this building, over 60,000 checkoutable physical
Yeah.
volumes.
So a huge jump from their last building
Yes,
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they've grown into the full deal now. They've got
Yeah.
recreation space for presentations, you know, all kinds of events here in the winter, space
sure.
for children,
Yeah.
you know, interactive. It's a whole new deal.
Yeah, now they're kind of outgrowing this building. They're gonna put like 8 floors up and down, and they're
Who
gonna come
knows, they
back in
might-
20 years, make
Yeah.
another one of these.
We might have to do another Palos
Yeah.
Stories in the Palos Sites Library,
Yeah.
you know, the 2033 edition.
For sure.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Adam, thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
That's the Palos Heights story of the then and now for the Palos Heights Library.
Yeah.
I'm Dave Wurzel.
I'm Adam Nilsson.
Thank you for watching.